Who gets to be seen? An interactive story in the browser. One incident, 3 acts, 2 sides of it. The customer, powerlessness, the one kept in the dark. The restaurant owner, control, the one doing the hiding. 5 complete paths. We walk all 5. Path 1, the customer, the person this happens to. A normal dinner. The restaurant looks popular. Everything seems fine. Then the tone drops. That night. Food poisoning. The hospital. The bill. The pain. A post composer. The testimony is already written. You ate here, and hours later you were in the emergency room. 3 attachments. Photo, receipt, lab report. Remember them, they come back at the end. Act 2. The post is live. Views, likes, shares, all 0. A recommended post has already slipped in underneath. You refresh. Still nothing, and a second recommendation appears. Again. The number does not move. 3 tries, and the refresh button gives up. Act 3. The post is still there, and then it starts going away. People never saw the post. The algorithm quietly reduced its reach. Nothing is deleted. It is simply covered over. No warning. No explanation. No notification. Only silence. The restaurant is still full. No compensation. No investigation. I told the truth. Nobody was allowed to see it. Then the flashback. One complaint was never resolved. It did not disappear. It was simply placed where no one would look. The 3 attachments return. It was the same person, all along. The ending splits in 2. I kept speaking against I kept hiding. Nothing was deleted. It simply became invisible. Who has the power to decide what deserves to be seen? And it offers you the other side. Path 2. Same night, other end of it. You are the restaurant owner. The morning count. A crate of ingredients is past its date. The margins are already thin. 2 options, discard them and take the loss, or keep using them. We throw them out. The loss goes in the book. Quietly. You throw out the crate. Fresh stock arrives at 4. Service is ordinary. Nobody gets sick. Nobody writes anything. No complaint arrives. The rating does not move. No one thanks you. You did the right thing. And it looked exactly like doing nothing. The flashback changes to match. There is no complaint to bury. Somewhere, a photo was never taken. A receipt was never kept. A report was never printed. The same 3 attachments appear. And dissolve. On this path they were never made. The best thing you did today is the thing nobody will ever see. The customer's half is empty. A dash and a note, no post was ever written. Nothing was hidden, because nothing was ever there. Path 3. Same morning. This time we keep the crate. Same 3 lines, same 2 options. Keep using them, nobody will notice. The margin holds. Quietly. The owner's dashboard. Rating 4.8 and 1 new complaint, food poisoning, with photos. That is the customer's post, seen from the other end. 3 options, respond publicly, offer compensation, or message a friend at the platform. The last one is outlined in green and tagged 1 message. The interface is telling you which is cheapest. A chat with Joe, an old contact who works in content operations at the platform. The owner never asks for a deletion. He sends the link and mentions the post is picking up. 10 minutes later, done. Don't worry about it. Plainly, he pulled a personal connection inside the platform to get the post throttled. Nothing was deleted, and he never touched a control. A console. You did not touch anything. You watched the numbers do it themselves. Views, 12,000, down to 210. Reach and shares collapse with them. Revenue is the only line going up. The post is still there. Technically. No investigation. Business as usual. The rating stays at 4.8. You were wrong, and it cost you nothing. That turns out to be an easy thing to get used to. Next month another crate goes past its date. This time you do not pause. You already know who to message. The restaurant stays full. You never learned their name. You did not delete anything. You only made sure nobody had to see it. The flashback is the buried version. The one the customer already saw. The same photo, receipt, and lab report. It was the same person, all along. And the same split ending. Nothing was deleted. It simply became invisible. Path 1 and Path 3 are the same night. That is the whole design. Path 4. Same crate, same complaint. This time we pay. Keep the crate again. Back at the dashboard, offer compensation. Refund, apologize, settle it quietly. You call them yourself. You refund the meal, then the hospital bill. They are quiet on the phone for a while. Then they say thank you. They take the post down that evening. The post comes down. Not because it was hidden. Because it was answered. It still disappeared. You are fairly sure that is not the same thing. A third flashback. The complaint was never buried. It was answered. And then withdrawn. Here the evidence was real. Made, and then handed back. They were seen by exactly one person. You. On the right, the owner's line has changed. I paid until it stopped. Nothing was deleted. It was purchased. Path 5, the last one. The owner answers in public. Keep the crate one last time. And this time, the first option, respond publicly. Put your name on it. You write it yourself. No template. You name the supplier. You name the date. You do not ask anyone to take anything down. The only ending where the rating actually falls. The rating drops to 4.1. Some people cancel. Some people come because of it. The post is still there. Anyone can read it. That was the whole of what they wanted. The last flashback. The complaint is still online. It is the first thing anyone reads. The same 3 pieces of evidence. Still online, still readable. They were seen. That was all they ever asked for. On the right, I said it out loud. Nothing was hidden. It simply stayed where it was. 4 endings for the owner. Only one for the customer. The customer's path never branches. They have no controls to touch. That is the argument. The post survives in exactly one path, the one where the owner puts their name on the answer. Who has the power to decide what deserves to be seen?